What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and my god, he had a disaster day. One of the lowest supported days of all time in DSP history. One of the lowest ever supported days in DSP Reacts. One of the lowest supported pre-streams of all time. And we're going to see some salt today. The bags were out of control. Before we go to that, let's do a little update. So back on DSP Throwback, let's see how they're doing. Let's see, part 53 Final Fantasy 13, 91 views in 8 days. That is pathetic, Phil. Pathetic. Then remember when he said, I'm not like the other streamers, the other content creators. I don't put exaggerated faces in the thumbnail. I'm not like them. Well, here we have DSP Gaming, Helldivers 2, part 18. And there's Phil with his exaggerated face. Then we move on to the pre-stream, and he messed it up before it even started. In Other Place puts this out. Phil must be on the gin already, or at least he's went back 3 months in time. Then you see Chill Podcast before a full day of reacting, January 28th, 2024. And then he started talking yet again about his Fallout viral video. And then he went on to talk about his review for Fallout, the TV show. And Nerd Brew puts this out. The Fallout review is the most recent thing Dave did that made it to 1K on Reacts. Most videos barely make half that. Then we see Fallout show woke? 975 views. Is the Fallout TV show any good? Spoilers. 1.3K. And we have Ghost Jobs Are Real? 285 views. Weird Skeletons, 250 views. Remember, that's in 11 and 12 days. The Oldest Restaurant, 234 views in 13 days. Big Warhammer 40k lore, 335 views in 2 weeks. And we have Real Life GTA, 170 views in 8 hours. 2 very different kinds of upcoming cats, 141 views in 8 hours. The Funniest Bad YouTube Video Recommendations, 311 in 3 days. Cringe at Sovereign Citizen, 442 views, 4 days. Warning, Grossest Feet, 339 views in 5 days. And then DSP had to stop the show. He had to put the brakes on the pre-stream. And why? Because Windows tried to update. He said it's bullshit. You shouldn't have to do it. You should be able to turn them off. Then he decided to postpone all updates until June. Gout puts this out. I'm now listening to today's podcast, and we start with DSP complaining about Windows Update on his laptop, so he pushes it to June. God forbid a company is worried about your security or updates anything on your PC. Remember, there's a reason his PC is still on Windows 8.1. And then people kept asking him about the co-op playthrough with his wife. And Poems put this out. Don't ask him about Cat playing games with him anymore. If he's not talking about it, take the hint. He will let you know if anything changes. Yeah, that's not going to happen. She's not going to be doing any co-op anytime soon with Phil, if ever again. Then we get to the DSPN game news, where he talks about Evo Japan getting banned by Twitch for a few hours because some login issue. But Phil has to go in conspiracy mode and saying this is why Twitch is bullshit. No one should be supporting them. And then went into a rant about how he got kicked out of the partner program. And then turned it into stop watching Twitch. Stop supporting them. And then he wants Twitch to go out of business. Now this is all going to be funny because once something happens on YouTube and he's forced to go back to Twitch, people are going to be showing this clip all over the place. We got Poems. Stop watching Keem. Shit, wrong script again. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Stop using Twitch.
So at this point, I'm just going to be honest here. You ready for this? It's time to ditch Twitch. Folks, they're the most unprofessional website on the planet. They take nothing seriously. They blanket grant fake claims and don't actually verify them. They just hit you with the claim and don't vet the claim at all. And if they're not going to just do it to individuals, they're going to do it to major events. Just don't stream there anymore. It's time to everyone put their foot down and says, ditch Twitch, fuck this. This site is not professional enough for us to be doing business on. It's time to stop this stupid internet mentality that, oh, Twitch is the place to stream, man. Twitch is the... Stop. Just stop. Because literally it's not. It doesn't even have enough quality to properly fucking stream games. They don't even have the bandwidth. They don't allow you to stream at a good bit rate for modern gaming. They don't care about the quality of what's on the site. All they care about is making money. So it's time to stop with this nonsense and ditch Twitch and go to places that are going to support you. Whether that would be YouTube, whether that's Kick, whether that's somewhere else, just get the fuck off of Twitch. Let them go out of business. I mean it. Just let them go out of business. If everyone would in droves quit Twitch right now, they would go out of business because there wouldn't be enough revenue to support their bullshit model anymore. Just stop it. You know? It's like an individual I can understand. If I get banned from Twitch for bullshit reasons, it's because they don't want to deal with trolls. There's no reason for them to be banning Evo. They're out of their fucking minds. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to run their company. Stop using them. Right? If you go to a store and you get mistreated by the employees 10 times in a row, do you go back to the store? If you go to the restaurant and they get your order wrong 10 times in a row, do you keep going back to the restaurant? Or do you finally throw your arms up and say, fuck this, they don't know what they're doing, I'm not giving them my business anymore? Stop using Twitch. It's fucking terrible. It really is bad for the internet. It's bad for the gaming community. It's bad for everyone. It's bad business. Stop using them just because you think you're going to get some kind of traction and be noticed on Twitch. They're fucking trash.
Uh-oh, looks like Fox Mulder's in trouble again. Remember, he had that big blow up with DSP recently. And DSP said, I thought I talked to you years ago about this. Seems like you're going back to your old ways. Well, it looks like Fox is at it again. So we see Fox in the chat, hi. And then Fox again, man, dude, I'm so tired of Phil's rants. And In and Outer Place shows this and says, Fox Mulder is going to get another talking to by Phil in the re-education camp. And then at this point, the 1 Minute Man hole was being felt, and DSP was desperate. More begging for support, he's on $10 in tips, and is that desperate, he read out a $5 tip about his post-nasal drip that was 100% from a troll. H-bomb, usually he ignores those, but if you think about it more, content we put out on him could drive a small amount of traffic to him for those have to see for themselves, to see if he's really that bad. And of course, he is. And then the Argentina brothers and sisters, yet again. We see 50 gifted DSP Reacts memberships from RIP 1 Minute Man DSP #1 pay pig. Then later on, he was stretching, then got back to a seat quick to lean in manual ban Jeff. And we have Jeffrey Davey. Why did 1 Minute Man leave? Is it because Planet Jeff got doxxed? And now you only have $10. You need to address this, Phil. It's very suspicious. Then went on yet another rant about people getting games early. And of course, it's because he's jealous. He wants those day one views, and anyone who does it early and puts out those videos steals views and money from him. Holmes, people playing games early harms people, and you should stop watching people who do it. But he can't stop you. If you do it, understand you're creating the problem. That is right, you should stop watching those people and watch DSP. That's what he wants. Fucking idiot. And then we got a huge rant where someone asked him about tippers controlling his career, what he plays, his money, all that stuff. And DSP goes on to say that they don't control him. Now, we've all seen the leaks of OIC where he brags about controlling Phil, and there's a reason why he plays games like Helldivers, tries out Pal World, changes the schedule. It's because he's got a whale lined up. There's a reason Cat got on stream this year, and one of them was the documentary to get ahead of that, but another one was because OIC for years has been pushing Phil to put her on stream. If you notice, all those Cat streams were all funded by OIC and his socks.
How do I feel about big tippers getting upset not being able to control me or the topics I talk about? Listen, it's this simple, okay? The rules apply to everyone and always have. It's never been any different. I've been doing this for 16 years, all right? And not once ever in my 16-year run as a YouTuber have I let someone who contributes control me or my content, all right? If there's topics that I feel are off limits or I don't want to talk about, I'm not going to talk about them. And if someone gets upset because of that, it's just too bad, you know? It doesn't even matter if it's a detractor, if it's a actual, you know, viewer and fan of my content, if it's one of my biggest supporters ever, it doesn't matter who it is. Everyone has to abide by the same rules, and I retain the control over my content, period. You know, if I don't want to take it in a certain direction that I feel is going to be negative for the channel overall, or the stream, or the viewers, I will not do that. All right? So it's that simple. And, you know, sometimes it happens where over the years, you get a change in attitudes, you get a change in all kinds of stuff. It's happened many different times over the years, if you haven't noticed. It's not just one particular person. So, listen, what it might very well be is that at one point, someone really likes my content, and so they want to support it. But then over a course of several years, maybe they fall out of love with my content, and they don't like it as much, but now they want to participate in a different way. So now they want to stir conversation, whatever it could be. But the truth is, it's never going to change, okay? It's always going to be the same. Nothing is going to change around here, all right? You're not going to see me being completely controlled by anyone or anything, any force, right? It doesn't matter if it's a particular line of conversation, a question, whatever it may be, right? You know, it just is what it is. That's how I am, too. Like, you know, I'm not going to be favoritistic towards any party or parties because of stuff. You know, I mean, how many times has Kirk asked to be unbanned? And I said, listen, even though you support the streams, I'm not unbanning you. You've violated the rules too many times. If you want to come back as someone else that I don't know it's you, that's one thing. I can't stop.
Hey, so first off, I just had to interject here. He says no one gets special treatment. Derek definitely gets special treatment. I love how he talks about how Kirk supports the streams, but I won't unban him. You can come back with another sock account. Pretend it's not you. That's ban evasion, by the way, Phil. It's like, oh, you're being racist, you're doing all this bad stuff. But if you come back with another sock, it's all good. But what about all those people, Phil, that were banned, gone, forever? I guess it really doesn't mean much, unless they give you money, right, Phil? Money instead of morals.
Come back as someone else that I don't know it's you, that's one thing. I can't stop you, but I'm absolutely not going to unban you. I'm not having you come back when you've broken the rules so many times and you refuse to change. So that's it, you know? You gotta put your foot down at some point, and that's how it is around here, you know? So I hope that you guys like the streams with the fact that I don't allow them to constantly be derailed with people who want to take it that way. Particularly, you know, some people want to take my content in a very political direction. I outright have stated I don't want to do DSP politics, which, by the way, if I do it, it would not be called that, okay? It would be called something else, and it would not be on YouTube. It would be of another format somewhere else. But if I ever get into politics, it would not be here. This content is something I've done for 16 years that I don't want to jeopardize, simply because I want to talk about a different subject matter, okay? So, yeah, like, that's the deal. Like, I'm not going to put up with nonsense from anybody. And, you know, people, I've noticed over the last, I'd say, several months, certain characters and people have been trying to push me in directions I don't want to go. And then they get upset. Oh, why aren't you reading this or reading that? Because I don't have to. Because I've always had the ultimate control over my content. It does not matter, you know, how much you're contributing. I'm not going to say certain things or do certain things in my content that's going to be inflammatory and detrimental to everyone. And if people get upset about that, oh well, I can't stop them. You know, it's like I've always said, my content on YouTube is like a revolving door. At some point, people like me, some people they don't. Or they like me at one point, they don't like me at another point. Whatever. You know, people change, I change. There's nothing you can do about that. You know, it's not the end of the world if you say goodbye to some people. You say hello to new ones, right? That's just how it is. So, I appreciate, you know, when people support me over time. I really do. It's nice to have someone who are consistent supporters of content. At the same time, when you notice a change in attitude and when you notice that people are trying to be more and more demanding or controlling, and you got to lay down the law, if they don't appreciate that or understand it, then that's that. You say goodbye, right? Right? Am I right or am I right? That's my attitude anyway. Maybe there's people who are so beholden. I mean, let's be honest. There's YouTubers out there that literally just sit there and let people degrade and insult and bemean them for contributions because it's the only way they can make money. Yeah, that's not me. I actually make content that people like and they support it. So I'm not going to then be, you know, have my stuff going away I don't want it to. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it, all right? And it hasn't changed or anything. It's, you know, it's just the same attitude. It's always been the same rules. It's just, I guess, at some point, some people think that they don't apply to them. I don't know why. There's definitely, it's not just one person. This has happened many, many times over the years. But it's life, right? I'm good. I'm happy. I'm continuing on positively. As you notice, I'm not sitting here freaking out about anything. We're having a good time, right? So I don't, you know, I don't know why drama channels, of course, want to latch on to drama and make drama. There's no drama here. Everything's fine. I've been having a good time, you know, as normal. There's nothing that's changed. Everything is perfectly having a, you know, fun and under control. I don't know why these idiots want to lie about stuff, because they do constantly. But, you know, that gets them their clickbait.
And that was the end of the pre-stream, where you got about $10 total. Man, you're really missing that 1 minute man money, aren't you, Phil? So we have In and Outer Place. Starts DSP reacts with yet another extended bag for support right off the bat. This is really sounding extremely pathetic, Phil. That's a bag every 15 minutes or so. He's been away for a 20-minute poo. And it's gotten so bad that LARPers don't even like this. Kelly puts this out. DSP reacts is so bad that even LARPers don't want to watch it, lol. Yeah, like all the troll money, which you should never do. All the troll super chats, which you shouldn't do. And troll memberships, unless it's Argentina, you shouldn't do. It wasn't there. Nobody cares about DSP reacts anymore. Well, I guess they never did, but even more so now. Then DSP went on a huge rant about K-Cups and his Keurig and how everyone's wrong about them and he's right. Also going on about how complicated they are and they take too much time.
Stuck with them no matter what.
I will say one thing though, because here's my take on it, and it may be very different from yours or his. Unlike the printer industry, where they 100% are scamming you and charging you way too much money for their printer ink because they did this microchip bullshit, right? With K-Cups, the reason that K-Cups work is very simple. Because you're not paying more money for the coffee. You're paying more money for the convenience, right? If you don't have a K-Cup brewer, how do you make coffee? Well, you either need to take a coffee pot brewer, take the grains of coffee you bought in a bag, scoop the grains into the fucking thing through a filter, run the whole goddamn thing. Then when it's done, you got to take that soggy mess of coffee grounds and filter, take it out and throw it out. You got to clean it up because probably the coffee grounds went everywhere, which happens frequently. Or even more so to that, there's the people who claim you have to fresh grind your own beans for the best flavor. So now you're buying beans, you're putting it into a big press thing, you're chopping the fucking things into the grounds first before then you do the whole brewing process. Here's the deal. In the morning, I get up. I got shit to do. I gotta use the bathroom, shower. I go downstairs. I pop in my K-Cup coffee. I get it brewing. As it's brewing, I'll make a bagel, right? I get all that going. I eat, I drink, done. I'm up here to run my stream. It doesn't take me longer than maybe 2 minutes tops to make a cup of coffee, if that. And there's no mess to clean up whatsoever. I'm done. When I gotta make my next cup of coffee, I open it up, I take out the old one, toss it, put in a new one, pop, done. 2 more minutes, cup of coffee's brewed. Cup of coffee's brewed, excuse me. That's the convenience of K-Cup. That's the convenience of K-Cup. That's the reason why you want the pods. If you don't have the pods, you are literally creating this big time-wasting mess every time you brew coffee. That's why they brew it in pots, because it's only worth the pain in the ass if I brew a giant pot that I keep warm and I drink multiple cups. For me, just having the one cup instantly is perfect. And by the way, maybe I want a cup of dark roast. My wife wants a cup of medium or light roast. And that way we can immediately go, boom, boom, 2 different kinds of that coffee without making a mess of, I had to brew a whole pot of the one and then the other. It's just convenient. It's convenience and time saving. That's the advantage of K-Cups. It actually does have a difference from brewing regular coffee. He's claiming it tastes worse. That is complete nonsense. It tastes exactly the same. It's the same hot water you're putting through the same goddamn coffee grounds into a cup of coffee. What he's doing is he's kind of trying to 100% down talk K-Cups because it's the purpose of his video. But the truth is it's the same. Okay? Now, are K-Cups more expensive? Yes. But you can actually find ways around it. You can get them on sale. You can buy them in bulk. Also, do K-Cups create more trash? Yes, that is true. But there's recycling programs for them. The ones I buy, which is actually a Hawaiian blend of coffee, uses an eco-friendly cup. It's actually made of like a paper mesh that is 100% biodegradable. So once you use it, it immediately can get put into water, and it's fine. That's the ones I use. And there are companies that do that. Not all of them mass produce the plastic ones. So there's definitely ways around that. Basically what he's done, this video, The Truth About Coffee Pods, here's the truth. It's an industry much like ink cartridges, where they're trying to get you to pay a premium so they make more money off of coffee, right? But what are they selling you? Coffee, convenience, no mess, speed. There's all these things they're selling you all at once. They're not just selling you the coffee. In the case of the ink cartridge, they're just selling you the ink and nothing else. You're not getting any benefit out of buying that specific fucking ink cartridge for that printer. But you do get a benefit from buying the K-Cup. A ton of the benefits, actually. So, unless you're someone who's a coffee aficionado, oh my God, there's an off note to my cup of coffee today. Who cares? I'm drinking the coffee to get a coffee buzz so I can have my day. I'm not drinking this to have a gourmet cup of anything in the morning. I don't care about that, right? If you're not a big snob about coffee and you have a busy life and you don't want to spend time brewing pots and cleaning shit up, then it's actually worth the premium to pay to get the K-Cups, okay? But if not, then don't get the K-Cups, right? It's that simple. I do feel like, sadly, this video is a slight misrepresentation of the situation around K-Cups. Did you notice not once in the video did he mention the convenience factor, that it's much faster to brew just a single cup, that you only have to brew a single cup, not a pot, and you're stuck with a pot. There's no cleanup after. He hasn't mentioned any of that. He ignored all those factors and just said, oh, it's a ripoff like this, but it's not. He's lying, or I should say more, he's telling a half-truth to get his point across.
And I think Poem's feature sums this all up. All the consumer stuff aside, this taught me fill things you don't have to clean out a K-Cup machine. Enjoy your moldy sludge, Phil. And we got Theo. This coffee segment is insane. The way DSP describes making coffee is insane. How much of a baby is this guy? Making coffee is like the easiest thing you can do. A fucking baby could do it. Jesus Christ. Then we have Shinko. Everyone in that house is consuming mold because Piggy doesn't clean shit. And we have a throwback clip here.
Jasper has 2 water fountains that we have for him in the house, and one of them was getting low for the week. Every week I clean it out.
Just miserable.
And I go to clean it out, and somehow this thing had mold in it, and I was like, how did that happen? I didn't even clean it. It was less than a week ago. So within 1 week, this thing started growing mold. It might be because of the temperature change, or maybe because we turned on the heat. I don't know. But it was gross. I had to completely disinfect the whole thing for him. And then, you know, refill it. So I ended up taking like half an hour, 45 minutes that normally I wouldn't be doing. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't have time to fucking do it. It sucks. Every day I'm like, I swear I'm going to look at these games. I swear I'm going to pick the games for the marathon. And I don't have time to do it.
Now, one thing DSP Reacts and Throwback has proven is that the King of Hate never died. So we have this clip here where DSP mocks a guy who has a speech impediment. Really, bro?
Okay.
However, sometimes nukes have to be transported from one facility to another, meaning that a weapon with the power to destroy an entire city is now rolling right through one, transported along the very same roads that we all use every day. It is...
Alright, do I even have to address the fact that the guy has a speech impediment like Elmer Fudd? Can we just get out of the way? Alright? He's not pronouncing his R's. He's pronouncing them like W's. Okay, can we continue now? I just had to get it out of the way. Okay, now let's go.
An incredible security challenge.
Then DSP watched a video on GeForce, and now he wants to get the subscription so he can play Street Fighter 6 on GeForce. This man will consume anything, but we're the ones that are wrong. He said he wants to try it out in the summertime, so get ready for the GeForce fundraiser event. And then he watched a video on Elon Musk's neurological chip, and DSP said the following. I don't know anything about Elon's neurochip. Someone said you can move your hand with your brain with it. I don't know. Then we have this from Gamerface Gaming. Let's see how reacting is going. Or maybe not. Let's leave him there.
Let you do that out here. Come on, man. Let's just get this over with. Come on out. Keep your hands up. Keep them empty. You hungry? We'll get you some food. We'll get you something to drink.
What do you think about more OC?
What's that?
More OC.
Cody, come on.
I have a 40 mic in the... Okay. In the Bearcat? Just so we don't have any sympathetic
You're gonna try to bag him if he crosses that door again? Yes. Okay.
After some time of negotiation, he threw the knife onto the top step of the plane.
Hands up, hands empty, Cody. Just step out here. Promise not to shoot. We will not shoot you. We will not hurt you. If you come out with your hands up, empty. Thank you.
Can you just do something else too?
Yeah. It's on the top step. All right, let's see your hands, buddy, and just walk out.
Cody, just come out. Keep your hands up, buddy, okay?
The Bearcat armored vehicle then arrived and was positioned in front of the plane
So
to
it can't
prevent
move.
it from taking
Good.
off.
Good.
Drop
Come on,
sir.
drop it.
Just drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
Come on out. Let's see your hands. Let's see your hands. Come on, bud. Just your hands.
Drop it.
Hands.
Drop it. Show us your hands now.
Another taser.
Then DSP decided to watch a video about knockoff food chains, and one of them was about McDonald's. And the knockoff was Mr. Charlie, which is a vegan version of McDonald's. So we have this from Theo. DSP watching the vid eating vegan food, and the whole time he's acting like vegan food should be illegal and it's dumb and awful. Dude, shut up. For a guy who is open-minded, he's very close-minded about vegan food. And then, just like the clip we just watched, he's watching police trying to get a guy off a plane who hijacked it. These cop vids DSP reacts to is awful. This dude is watching cops saying, "We just want to talk," as they talk among themselves if they're ready to tase him and shit. And all DSP is saying is, "These poor cops, man." And then DSP went into hard bag mode in another place, and we're now begging for support for Reacts and Throwback. Less than an hour ago, he said Reacts were stable and secure due to members. On Gamerface Gaming, how many friendly reminders is gonna take for you to take the hint?
That's better. Okay, so we're going to continue on. Now, guys, we're halfway through the show. Still 90 minutes left. Thanks. You've been a good audience hanging out. I'm enjoying the show. Again, I will just say, please support the show if you can. Today is the least supported React show we've done so far. I'm hoping that this is not a pattern, because it's actually done pretty good up to now. But yeah, anything you can contribute today, whether it's a super chat, a membership, gifted membership, or a tip, would be greatly appreciated. So far, we have no super chats, one membership, and $10 in tips that came in during the podcast. So please support if you can. All right? Thank you. Let's continue. Okay.
Then I'm not going to show all the bags, but there was many bags. So we got Duty, Phil on bag 11 for the day. He doesn't want to beat a dead cat, but...
All right, guys, we're going to continue. And again, not to beat the dead horse. Obviously, this show today is a very, very lowly supported show, and I don't know why. Typically, the show does pretty good. If you could support the show today, that would be great. Whether it be, again, a super chat, of which we have none, a membership or gifted membership, of which we have one, or a tip, it would be greatly appreciated. The goal here is $50, which we're at $10 of, and we got all of that during the podcast. So if you could support, please do. This is the final hour to do so. DJ Texan says, when did you get K-Cups? When I got my coffee machine in Connecticut. So I probably got that coffee machine in Connecticut. Shit. I'm trying to think.
You can tell the entitlement, the absolute douchebaggery, when you talk about there's no tips, there's no super chats. We've only had one membership. That's it. Like, how much up your own ass can you be? Because, Phil, you may have only one membership. That's one more membership than you deserve. Like, you should be grateful that even anyone at this point supports you in any single way. But no, the greed, the DoorDash, the WWE champions, they come first. Then we have this from Poems. Streamer begs holdouts. They give him monetary support.
And then we're going to adjourn. Last chance, guys, to support the stream. I don't know if anyone was here holding out to support. I have no idea. I mean, we literally have no revenue on this stream. We have one membership and $10 of tips that came from the podcast. So basically, this stream has garnered me one membership today. It would be great if you could support in some way. Anything appreciated at this point.
Then we have this from Duty. Bag number 13, It Time, Wage Quit. Yeah, he was talking about how he might have to drop DSP versus the internet altogether because people are not supported. Have some fun with some salt, guys.
Wow. Thank you, Adam, who actually did a super chat today. It's actually a super sticker. At least I got one. Thank you, Adam, for that. Let's get that up on the leaderboard so it's not empty. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing. Listen, I like doing this show. I think that it's a fun variety thing that we do every week, correct? We have a chance to just sit down and relax and just see random clips from all over the internet, right? And that's cool. Like, I'm happy for that. You guys wanted me to do React content years ago, and finally I started doing it over a year ago, and the whole idea of the show worked, right? But, you know, a lot gets lost in time, and I think what we have is a regular audience that comes by and does like this. We definitely have a regular audience of people who are members of this channel. You know, if it weren't for those members, this channel would make pretty much nothing. And I'm really not sure what else to say about that. You know, long term, like, this is the first week ever that we've done this show, and basically there's next to no support at all on the stream. And there's been some slow weeks, but never have I seen it this bad. If this pattern continues, then maybe it's time for us to reevaluate if you guys want to keep doing this or not. I totally like doing this. I do. I enjoy the show. I like the variety. And I like the fact that every once in a while we have other content for the channel, like the food videos or the Fallout review. I like the format of the live review that we did for the Fallout show, and I'd like to do that with more content moving forward. But at this point, like, I don't even know what else to say. Like, what can we say? What is the cause of this today? Has anything happened? No. Has the quality of the show changed? No. Right? I don't know. So, you guys tell me what happened this week. I have no idea. I just hope that it's not a pattern. I like the show. I like doing the variety. I like the idea of a React Today that breaks up my gaming content, and it's not just gaming every stream I do. But I don't really know what else to say about it. Like, you know? I don't want to say anything negative because I like the show. But if it's not what you guys want, then we don't have to do it either. The thing is, I like doing it. So, all right, let's just continue.
Then we have duty, bag number 14, It Time membership.
And welcome to the conclusion of DSP versus the Internet, episode 62. I hope that you've enjoyed the great variety this week. And once again, a final reminder. If you want to be a part of the fun and someone who submits these videos for us to react to every week, please become a member today. If you're an Ultra member, we are guaranteed to watch your clip every week for 4 weeks straight. If you are a submissions tier member, we have these videos that go into this randomized playlist, and I watch it in various different orders every week. And you have an equal chance with everyone else who's that tier member to get your video watched. So I hope that you will consider supporting the channel today by becoming a member. And thanks for watching. Let's head into the final part. Here we go.
And we have poems here. And keep in mind, the majority of these bags have all been on DSP versus the Internet. React channel on suicide watch because of one slow day. So we get to the end, and we have this from Secret Limited. Today's DSP Gaming daytime stream seems to have received the lowest amount of donation Phil has gotten in perhaps 5 or 6 years. Only $14 and one $2 super chat. And then we see the results for the day stream / pre-stream. So we get to the pre-stream, which unusually has more thumbs up than thumbs down, but nobody really cares at this point. 50 thumbs up, 5 thumbs down, 391 viewers, and they got $10 on the pre-stream. And $0 in super chats. Then we go to DSP Reacts, where he got $4, and the $4 came as he was about to sign out, and $2 in super chats. 59 thumbs up, 126 thumbs down, and 279 viewers. That is absolutely pathetic, Phil. God damn. Oh, and by the way, the top tip was anonymous. Funny how that works out. Now remember how Phil's always saying, I can never find a job that pays like YouTube. So Invenautor Place points this out. Last minute $4 tip and 2 99-cent stickers. $4.20 before tax, and after YouTube get their cut for 3-hour work. Including the podcast, he made $2.48 an hour, and yet DSP says he couldn't get a job that pays that well. And remember too, Seattle pays $20 an hour. In June or July, Renton is going to pay $20 an hour for minimum wage. And now we look at how DSP versus the Internet has done so far in 2024. So January, he got $100 and 62 of that coming from one stream. Then in February, $52 total for the month. March, $59 total. And he also had 5 streams in that month, and one of them being a $0 stream. Then in April, he had $158, with 81 of that coming from one stream. I believe there is a $75 tip in that stream. So year to date, he's made $371 in total on DSP versus the internet. Then he did DSP Throwback, and it was a nothing burger. Same old thing. He would make the same jokes he made in the past. He would laugh at his racist jokes, say he's changed, but then defend that he made the jokes in the first place. So nothing really happened there. He got some money, which we're going to go over in a second. In another place, this is what you asked for. Why are you giving me money? It's not me or my content, so we need to discuss where the support is. Pretty certain this isn't the first React stream that had no support. As we saw on the previous screen, he had a $0 DSP versus the internet stream. So this is the end of the day stats, the EOD if you will. Pre-stream $10 with $5 coming from anonymous. DSP versus the internet $4 with $4 being anonymous. Throwback got $62 and we had $31 from Jeremy. That is right, the chatter we all know about that there every stream, Jeremy. So for the day, he made $76. If he would have worked an 8-hour minimum wage shift, he would have got $160 in tips. So today's difference was a loss of $84 versus a minimum wage job. And then Mario Faker, weekend of decline. Then we ended off with the daily wrap. Poems here. DSP is not about the money. DSP is not panicking. DSP is not complaining. It's just that one day of poor monetary support and his React channel has made him want to reevaluate its entire future. Makes sense? Correct? Throat clear? Okay.
It's always a good variety of topics on that show. I had a good time. The audience had a good time. The topics were varied and fun. In fact, I would say it was on par with what we would usually do for a React show. But a very mysterious thing happened today. The support was ridiculously low. The entirety of the podcast plus the React show netted $10 in tips, $7 in super chats, and 1 membership. That was my entire first stream. Now listen, I'm not complaining. I've had a good week otherwise. And quite frankly, this is the first time ever that a React stream had done that poorly. I usually have decent React streams on the DSP React channel. They're not always amazing, but they usually do okay. I was basically surprised, and it was weird because it wasn't like attendance was low. It wasn't like engagement was low. It pretty much went just like a normal React stream. I just have no idea. Maybe it was just a bad luck day. I don't know. I'm certainly not going to start panicking or anything like that. If things continue down that path, then maybe we will have to reevaluate the reacting channel. I hope not.
That was quite a day. It is not Fallout Mania anymore. It's Begamania. And it's running wild, brother. So if you guys like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details or the end cards. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.